Hi friends, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the web interface. Yes, in last lectures we have discussed Windows and other interaction styles which make the smoother interaction between the user and the machine. Fine. So we will continue our discussion over the icons, menus and the pointer. First, I'll just recalling you in 2 minutes or 1 minute, like why this web interface came into the existence. Basically, we want to make the smoother interaction so that the user does not feel any kind of hesitation to use the machine, and if the user will use as much machine, then the productivity will be high, and then we can grow as much. Fine. So we are trying various ways by which we can make our smoother interaction. Like if you have remembered, I also tell you about the execution cycle is there, like three-dimensional interfaces. I've already discussed you why this is came into the existence. Point and click to just to make the user, just to all of the main aim is to make the user communication, user interaction with the machine smoother. Fine. We have already discussed about the form fields, query interfaces, where we discuss about the SQL queries and how the user can just directly write the queries and they can get the reward. Fine. NLP, we have discussed natural language. Even the user can type in a natural language so that it will not feel any kind of difficulty, any kind of problem how to interact with the system, but it may create a problem for the system. I already told you. That's why the other techniques came into the existence, like query interfaces, form fields and menus. I already discussed you about the menus, what are the menus and why they use. Basically it's like options available on the screen, and like if you're going to do any kind of payment, then there is an option whether the payment is by the banking payment is there, debit credit card is there, or you want to go at backside. So this by menus you can easily recognize which option we need to choose, and we will also study menu in detail about in web interfaces. I'm just reminding you everything. Next is the command line interfaces. We also discussed about the command line interface, but it was a difficult technique because initially these techniques came into the existence. Later on we improved our technology, but that time command line interface we all know, user have to remember the each and every command which he or she need to use, but it was very difficult for the user always try to avoid by this way the system use. So we make it more refined, and we came with the menus and natural language techniques. Fine. And this we have discussed various command interaction style, command line menus, natural language, question, form field, and Vim we will discuss also interaction styles, ergonomic examples. Please, just for the reminding, all the slides have reminding you so that you can remember ki, yeah, this was the concept in our subject. Execution evaluation cycle. Hope you have remembered. I gave you the example of light and bulb where the user have to fix the goal of to keep on the light, but how he will perform the various steps I already discussed you. See, it's actually this one is the important, like Donald-Norman's model is important from your exam point of view. Fine. So now we have discussed. Now we will discuss about the. Today we are going to discuss about the icons and menus basically. Fine. These are the WIMP interface. Like WIMP stand for Windows, icons, menus, and the pointers. And Windows I will discuss you. Scroll window is there, toolbar is there. You can resize the window, you can close the window according to your flexibility, according to your convenience. So fine. Windows I will discuss. It's a screen that behaves as there were independent scroll bars, toolbars are there, writer bars are there. Now we will discuss about the icons. Actually, what do you think? What do you mean by the icons? What are the icons? Have you remembered this term? This is not a new term. This is not a complex term. It's very simple. Many of you have seen various kinds of icons. Fine. And you have listened about it many times. So I'm going to deliver very important information about the icons by this video basically. The first thing, icon, basically you can say very small picture, you are representing the whole window. It means icon, you can say very small, by the very small picture you are representing the whole window. Suppose in your Android phone also, now like there is a icon for a Google. You can see by Google, you can easily Google sign, you can easily recognize, yeah, this is for the Google Chrome. Or if Internet Explorer icon is there, then you can easily recognize by this. Gallery option, you can just remember, you can just easily recognize by the only icons. So basically icons is to provide the easy interface, or easy, we can say, easily interface, so that user can communicate with the machine in a easy manner. That's why we have the requirement of the icon. And various terms I'm going to discuss with the icon. Basically, for first term is the iconifying the window. What do you mean by iconifying the window? Do you mean it's like iconifying the window means what? Like shrinking the window. Fine. Shrinking the window, or you can say shrinking the window of window to the icon is called iconifying the window. I've already give you the example. Like if Google Chrome is there, Google sign is there, then means we are trying to shrink the whole window of the Google Chrome only just by the symbol G. So you can say that iconifying means simple shrinking the whole window to a very small icon, to a very small size icon, so that user can easily interpret. Very simple logic. Name also describe. Iconifying means shrinking the whole window to a very small icon. Means we are making the window to an icon. Fine. Next term came in here is easy access. Biggest advantage. Biggest to biggest. Because of this easy access, we are using the icons these days in every system. In every smartphone is icon. We have laptops, we have icons, and in everywhere we try to make the icon, so that even even for a small kids, if we have a if they always we have a small library in our home, for so many books are stored there, and even for the students we are trying to develop some icons. If there is a drawing file, so many drawing files related to there, then we will try to make that kind of picture, so that small child or small kids can easily identify, oh, this is my cupboard for the drawing files. Fine. And if there's a mathematics books are there, then we can recognize it by the some mathematical operations are used to be there, then we are okay, it must be the mathematics books are there. If literature books are there, then English alphabetical some letters we will give there, so that the person can recognize, yeah, it's for the literature books are there. Fine. So that's why icons provide the easy access to the any system, and it is very important, because with the help of icons you are easily access the system. When you are using the icon, it also reduce your memory space of the screen, because if let's suppose you are going to store the whole screen and it's take big space, but if you are representing the very big screen with a small object or a small image, then automatically the size will be reduced, so space complexity will also be low, and automatically if you will observe in a deeper manner, then you will find the time complexity is also reduced, because you no need to search in a whole space. You just will go there in a small space and you will find that icon, and according to icon you will try to explore your things. Fine. So you can say that time and the space is both are reduced here. Now you can represent your icon by the any realistic objects or a symbol, any picture, any image, any object you can use to represent your icon, but it should be relevant according to your context. Like if you are trying to representing your physics, I'm just giving you the real life example. If you are trying to representing the physics related things, then you will you will try to develop the icon either of the gravity or some other like Newton's, so that people get to know, yeah, these are the things for the related to the physics. Fine. If you are going to represent the icon for the mathematical operations or a mathematical book or a mathematical room, then you will try to develop that kind of compass, scale, so that the user or person can easily recognize this is the mathematical room. Fine. So it should be realistic, it should be relevant to your context. Next and very important thing in the must be easy to interpret. If these things is not followed in the icons, then to develop the icon is completely wastage. So you have to say it should be easy to Interpret. This is the simplest and very important. Without this, there is no use of icon. Yeah, I already told you. If your object or a picture is not easy to recognize, means it is very complex. And then how the user will get to know कि if I will click this picture or this image, then what I will get to know, what I will find. So that's why we used to say it should be very easy, so that user will get the interest. Okay, I should click on this image, let's see what will happen, and it should be easy for him also. Fine. If we are placing any complex picture, then user will not get any kind of interest in that. Even user will try to avoid by this picture. If like we are making the picture very like clumsy type picture is there, so many highlights are there and which are not interesting, then user will the user will directly avoid it. He will not even try to go there. He will not try to even open for a single time. So we need to make our interaction very interesting, so that user will, even user have no mood to click on it, but he will try to click, so that he will just for his experience, for his interest, so that he will get to know ki, okay, so many things are there. Fine. So you have to follow all this procedure in developing the icons, so that icons can be useful for the human as well as machine. The first point I am repeating you, the first point is for the iconic point. Second is the easy access. Third is a realistic object, and fourth is the easy to interpret. Fine. These 4 points are very important in developing any kind of icon. Now we can summarize in our slide also. Basically, what are the icons? Icons are small pictures or the images. I already told you. It's the pictures to represent the whole window in a small size. We used to say icon. It represents some object in the interface. For representing the some object, we are using the icon, like either to represent a window or some action. Like action can be like the teacher is trying to teaching the class. Sorry, teacher is trying to teach in a class. So we can represent it by the simple blackboard is there, students picture is there, we can or some teacher picture is there. So by this way we can represent our icon. So it is used to represent some object. Windows can be closed down, means iconized, means iconifying or iconized is the same term, just to shrink the window in a smaller size. This whole window will be in very small size. Like we have a icons, our desktop also na icons of a Google Chrome, usually icons of Mozilla Firefox, this PC shortcut, usually find these are all icons which are used to be in your laptop. So they are representing the whole screen in a small form, iconifying. You cannot maintain whole big windows on your system always, because you don't want to see. You just want to use the icon. By icons only you will try to explore that window. Fine. So it's a small representation of many accessible windows. So many windows are there, and to represent the many accessible windows, small representation. Fine. Icons can be many and the various kind of icon, various types of icons can be there. It is highly stylized. You can you can stylish your icon as per your wish. It can be colorful, it can be black and white, it can be directly suitable to your window, or there is like in a 3D you can make your icon. So it's up to you how which kind of icon you are trying to develop. Fine. Next is a realistic representation. I already told you it should be clearly relevant to your context. It's not like that your context is different and your icon is different. Fine. So these all about the icons, and in next lecture we are going to discuss about the menus. Okay, thanks a lot.